Yes.
I just want to know what else is she supposed to know if the father's not there? Because let's be clear, we all got generational crap, and it's always, if we see our generational, just say I wasn't at home when my kids was growing up, I wasn't never around, I didn't really raise my kids, the house raised them. Okay, well now my kids grown, and now I can't tell them nothing because I wasn't around, so now they ain't around. Like, what can I tell my kids? The first thing they're gonna say is, "Mom, you can't tell me nothing. Where was you at when we was growing up? You wasn't at home." So, I mean, why do
Well,
people?
I think, well, for me, I already, well, because I think, like I was saying, I think I was actually saying the same thing because he was saying if he leave the house, when he see his child, he not going to teach them this or whatever. Me personally, I feel like we need to do whatever we can not to create these situations and watch who we having babies by. I feel like that these kids need to get married younger, especially women. I don't know. I was talking to you. I feel like it might have been you or somebody,
Yeah, we
but
can talk about the rooftop about
yeah, that the women
and
need
arranged
because
marriage.
they don't need arranged marriages, whatever. But in a realistic world, because most people probably not gonna do that. But I do think sometimes that actually a lot of the times I do think black women can be very, very hard and masculine.
I
And
know.
I think it's a turn off. I think that we don't take accountability for how other people and especially our men experience us as a like experience us from the outside.
Well,
So it
I I
is
just
passed
feel
down.
like I don't. Nobody wants to be though. Like, some women have just become accustomed to being this way because it works for them. But nobody wants to be. I don't think that women literally want to say, I want to wake up today and be hard. But if you have nowhere to
Well, I
turn,
ain't saying wake up like, but I'm just saying even
nowhere to
like
go,
the
no,
behaviors that we see on a regular basis just out. The loudness, the just the cursing, the just out of control things you see usually see back in the day. That's what dudes did. They hung out, they did all that. You hear them loud.
right.
We're not as docile and
Mhm.
gentle and fragile. I seen a video of this YT girl basically to black girls, and if you want me to find it, I'll go find it. To black girls explaining why our men don't want us and they like them. And she had a mouthful.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just a thing.
I
And
just,
I don't think
I just, I
that
just, I
I
think
just
it's
don't think we hold accountability. Whenever somebody try to tell us something, we always have a reason why.
I
We
just
just don't
because it's
go
always
ahead.
the reason why. It's always a reason why. It's just so much deeper than just the surface, though. That's like you find a man and you say this man is a certain way, and you meet him and he one way. You gotta understand it's deeper than what you see. That's why I always, when I date men or when I get to know men, I want to get to know, how was your childhood? Like, tell me about you growing up, because that's where the trauma lies. That's where it is. You can't just say that. And plus the loudness of the women and all that. That's this generation. That's cute to them. It's in the music. It's in everything. It's all over the place. I mean, this day generation riding, hanging out cars and sitting on the
But
roof
the
of the
but
car.
the but
And that don't make it
the
right.
funny part about it is the generation of boys that's in that
Mhm.
they don't like it. They just hang out with it. I mean, I know the boys I know and I talk to, including my sons and stuff. They don't like them type of women. They cool, but they not. They don't want them.
I don't think they like it. It's a certain type of guy that likes it, but I don't think they like it. That's
Well,
that man.
those are the guys that we seen in the previous video.
Right. And also it's gonna be with all the, and this the part that's so crazy about, with all the murders and all the killings or whatever. It's gonna leave a whole hole in a generation where the older women are gonna have to date the younger guys, and the young older men are gonna date the younger women, because it's a whole hole missing in the generation. Because you just said the numbers. That's this year's numbers. What was last year's numbers? What was the year before that numbers? The children are getting killed. Everybody, like, then they going to
Well,
prison.
I think
A
it's
lot
going
of
to
them
be more. I don't think it's that, but I do think that more people
don't.
are going to move more towards a poly life. I think that's where people are going. Now, I don't think they're doing it for biblical reasons,
I don't either. I think
like
they just
concubines, but I think the way the numbers is and just the way society is and the way people just kind of okay economy, just a multitude of things. I think that's where most people are gonna
well,
end
how
up
can
at having
people?
multiple wives.
That would be cool, but how can people do poly when they can't even find one person? They can't even
Well,
get
they
into
can't
the
find one
couple.
person because they worried about who that other person's seeing.
And then women don't
But
even
if you
get
take
along
that
with
out the
women.
equation, if you take that part out the equation that don't what's going on because you're a family,
Mm.
you probably won't have that many issues.
But a family can't even be a family. So how
Well,
can a
no, this
poly
family is
family
an
be a family?
intentional family that's put together.
Right.
So these people have an agreement. These people have structure, and it's usually the man leading that, and he usually
I'm
can afford to do it.
true. I don't know. I talk to so many people with this podcast and stuff, and just so many people just walk up to me and hold long conversations with me that it's just the conversations that people have with me and that I talk to. It's just mind boggling. It make my head swell up this big, and I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know what it's gonna take. That's all I'm saying. My idea of a relationship is whatever relationship that works for you, that works where y'all productive and conducive and y'all move forward and make the world a better place. So whatever that is, if it's two men, two women, poly, I mean, I don't give a damn. But I just don't understand. I don't understand because it's
Well,
really a relationship.
what kind of girl what ideal girl would you want for your son?
An ideal girl or
Like a
world.
wife. I'm not gonna say girl. I'm gonna say wife.
Um,
If you was to pick her, we talk about arranged marriages, and you had the opportunity to do that. What would you look for?
I don't know. My son pretty good at picking for himself because he knows what he wants. He knows. I don't know. Okay, so I'll just say the person he with now. She she's a very good hard. She's a hard worker. She loves to learn and constantly evolve. She respects me. First, she not a baby mama. Not saying nothing against baby mamas, but
But
um,
you would prefer your baby to start its own family, right?
well, it don't
I
always be
I
like that,
do.
though. You
It's
know,
not, but I'm saying if you got the
yeah,
option from what we
yeah,
seeing now in the world of baby mama culture, hookup culture, when they have the opportunity, that's what I'm saying. I think they should do it young. The girls won't come with all that trauma, all that BS. He can start his own family. He don't got to deal with baby daddy, all this. It's just less complicated. And that's just the way it used to be. I think we have gotten too far removed from how we
yeah.
were supposed to be.
Oh,